Good evening, good evening, good evening. We're going to do a live tonight for a couple hours. We're going to chop it up for a couple hours tonight. Listen, guys, I keep telling y'all, man, if I could do what I am doing, anybody can do it. We're going to watch my brother led farmer here a video for a little while. If I can, if if I can go from living in my truck, a old beat up Mazda pickup truck, to now having 24 properties, 8 houses, and 4 trucks in 6 years, and I could have done it sooner, and a net worth of almost $250,000. If I can do it, people, anybody can do it and can do it faster than I did. I got it out the mud. When I say I got it out the mud, oh my God. Y'all don't want to know. What I'm finding with most people is your mindset, your belief system. Your belief system, okay? Your ability to imagine. Your ability to imagine. Okay, you know what made Muhammad Ali so great? He always said, I am the greatest. I am the greatest. You know what made Donald Trump so great? He always says, I'm the best. I'm the best to do it. I'm the best president of all time. I'm the best businessman of all time. He's always saying that. No one has never done this deal before. He's always saying some stuff like that. There is no reason why, if all you have to do, even the Bible tell you, have faith as a mustard seed and you could tell this mountain to move. There's no reason why anybody cannot achieve anything they want in life. There's no reason why you cannot do it. Absolutely no reason. It doesn't even take that much effort. when I really look back and I look at every time I manifested something, boom, that was just out the blue, I didn't even put any effort into it. The stuff that I put effort into didn't really manifest. The stuff I was killing myself to do, killing myself to work out a bunch of hours to make money, to pay bills, it wasn't even working out. But the second that I learned how to manifest, that's why they call me Dragon Manifest. I've been having that name for 10 years. I will never change my name. My name will forever be Dragon Manifest. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to legally change my name to Dragon Manifest. Because everything is a manifestation. The quote unquote good that happened to your life, the quote unquote bad that happened to into your life. Everything is a manifestation. Everything is a manifestation. I got a few people been calling me. They want to do the program. They want me to help them, but they don't believe. They're skeptic. Let me tell you something. I brought so many courses. I brought Robert Kiyosaki course. I brought Carlton Sheets course. Some of y'all don't know who that is. That's old school Carlton Sheets. I brought Russ Whitney, another old schooler course. I brought so many real estate courses. So many. I could have been achieved in real estate long time ago what I'm doing now. You know why I could not achieve it? I did not have anybody to hold my hand. And the people that were offering to hold my hand, they weren't really holding my hand. They weren't really showing me anything, being specific with anything. They weren't baby. I'll be honest, they were not babying me. And I needed to be babied because I was a babe in real estate. Just like even the Bible tell you, you are a babe in Christ. Behold, you're born again. You're new. So I get it. You are a babe in real estate. So I have to baby y'all. I have to baby y'all. Okay? But you know what's so great about babies? You know what's so great about young people? Young people have the greatest imagination. Anything they can imagine will happen. You ever saw a young individual, young person just say, "Mama, Daddy, I want this." And you don't even have a clue how you're gonna buy it for them. And then one day, boom, somebody else buy it for them. And you like, wow, how did you manifest that? This young offspring, star seed, does not comprehend you have to work for something. You have to trade for something. The only thing they comprehend is they see this thing and they want it. That's all they know. They don't care how it comes to them. They just see this thing and they want it. Okay? They see it and they want it. And they will have it. But as you become an adult, you go through different life experiences and things like that, and things knock you down and you start to doubt everything. You buy 10 courses, none of them help you, so you'll never buy another course. You have 50 relationships, they were all bad relationships, you'll never be in another relationship. You buy 10 cars, they were all lemons, you'll never go to the dealership and buy another used car. You only want to buy a new car. You brought 10 brand new cars. They all got repoed. You say you'll never buy another brand new car. You're just going to buy a crash car because they all get repoed. It doesn't matter. Everybody have a situation where they just had enough and they say, forget it, I give up. The reason why you keep going through these situations is simply because, number one, you have no patience. I've been using this example for years. When you go to a restaurant and you order your food, a nice restaurant, when you not no McDonald's, not no um, Golden Corral, all this type of stuff. When you go to a very nice restaurant and you order your food, you have to wait. You have to wait. Once you put your order into the universe, you have to wait. But what we do, oh, man, I ain't getting it fast enough. Let me go get another job because I can't take this. I need to go get another job so I could afford to pay for this car. I can't take being single and alone. Let me just go be with anybody because I can't take being single and alone anymore. I need me some dick tonight. I need me some pussy tonight. Nobody know how to practice celibacy. And then you end up having a high body count, especially with women, and now you cannot attract the type of man that you want because you didn't have any patience with trying to find a man. You couldn't save your body for your husband, for your man. You got to be having all these dicks up in you. It's the same thing when you ordering anything in life. You have to know, not even believe. When you sit down and order your food at a restaurant, do you believe they're going to bring you your food? Or do you know 100% for a fact they're going to bring you your food and you just sit there and wait patiently? You usually sit there and wait patiently. The average individual does. Now you have some ignorant people that they sit there and they just order their food and 5 minutes later they looking around. They fidgeting. They looking around. Oh, we ordered before them. How they get their food first? Have that type of ignorant attitude. Don't know how to sit there and just enjoy the ambiance, the fellowship. You don't go out to eat to eat. You can make that same food at home. You go out to eat to have a good time, to enjoy yourself, to go out. I hate going out with people. Soon as they sit down, they order, they get their food, they take 2 bites, they ready to pack the food up in to-go boxes and go home. Fuck a to-go box. You come there to enjoy yourself, to have company, to enjoy the ambiance. You didn't come there to stuff your fucking face. Same thing with life. We come here to enjoy the ambiance. We put our ordering for a new TV. Hey, universe, I want a new TV. I want some land. I want some shoes. I want a husband. I want a wife. Whatever you want, you can have it. You just have to be patient with it. I'm telling you from experience. Every time, man, I think about the 2 women that I really fucked up on in my 20s. The 2 women I really fucked up on in my 20s. Okay? Because I was not patient. Okay? Sure enough, I was lonely, started dealing with this female just for sex. Okay? Um we had a situation where I couldn't exactly break up with her. Okay? Sure enough, I met this great woman in class when I was in college. This great young lady. She was in love with me, and I could not even entertain her because I was stuck in this relationship. I could not entertain her. I didn't want to cheat, number one. And number two, I was damaged from being in this relationship with this toxic woman. And I didn't want to just break up with this toxic woman and then bring that toxicity, which I knew I would, into this beautiful young lady's life. Because I did that before. Okay? But had I just been a little bit more patient and not deal with that toxic woman, about 6 months, a year later, I would have met the love of my life. To this day, I think about that girl. I had a few situations like that, at least 2. Because those type of situations happen to you early in life, in your teens and in your 20s. Everybody have somebody that they were absolutely in love with in junior high school, elementary school, college, up to their teens and their 20s. The one that got away was usually in your teens and your 20s. Why? We were not patient. We got to have that dick. We got to have that pussy. We got to have that attention. We did not believe and have the faith if we just have a little bit more patience that we would get exactly what we want, what we desire. Okay? Now, what happened with me in my situation? I was living in my vehicle, guys. I was living in my little old pickup truck, Mazda pickup truck. I used to sit under a tree in Hollywood, Florida. Every day I go sit under this tree in my truck. Every day I would go sit on this tree in my truck and watch YouTube videos every day. Every day, right? Because I kind of did the graveyard shift for work. I worked at the clubs and I sold food at night. And then early in the rising, I served breakfast. So my work schedule was from like 3 p.m. to like 6, 7, 8 a.m. Right? And I was living in my truck. Yeah, I was working a lot and still living in my truck. Um, I didn't have to live in my truck. I didn't have to live in my truck. But what happened with me was I had gotten so frustrated with life, frustrated with relationships, frustrated with everything. I literally just wanted to be in a space where I was always able to just go anywhere, anytime, not have anything bogging me down, tying me down. I didn't have no apartment, no house, nothing tying me down. If somebody called me, hey, come up to Atlanta for the weekend, come up to Pensacola for the weekend, come up to Orlando for the weekend, I could do that. I could do that. All my bills was paid. I was saving money, all that type of stuff. I wasn't asked out, and I had friends I could go by their house and sleep and hang out and do whatever. I could go by my parents' house and sleep, hang out, do whatever. I wasn't homeless. I just wanted that space. I wanted to be in that space. I wanted to be in that space, right? Because I was in that space before in my life, in my mid 20s after my first divorce or separation, right? Anyhow, I went through that phase of being in my truck on and off for probably 4 years. And in those 4 years, I had to renew my whole self, my whole mind, my whole being, because women, life, friends, family, everybody had let me down. I felt had let me down in life. Nobody wanted to build, nobody wanted to grow, nobody wanted to become the greatest version of themselves. Everybody was just on this work, stress, go out to the club, party, drink, smoke, be super religious, whatever the fuck. Everybody was just to me on the dumbest shit. And I just wanted to be in nature. I just wanted to be in nature, baby. I just wanted to be in nature. So I said, you know what? The last time I moved out of an apartment because the landlord was getting on my fucking nerves, I said, I'm not getting on into anybody else's apartment, house, anything. Fuck it. I own this truck. I will live in this truck. There's no reason why I cannot live in my truck. I did it before. All I need is a place to sleep and transportation. And that truck provided both very comfortably, very comfortably. So I started watching these YouTube videos. I started learning about land, learning about tiny houses. I must have seen every tiny house video on the internet on YouTube at the time. I must have seen every land video, every real estate video on the internet on YouTube at that time. Every last one I must have seen, because that's all I was watching. Manifesting videos, um, Bob Proctor, everybody, Reverend Ike. I was just in the zone. I was just in the zone. I was determined to manifest the life that I always wanted. I was done. I was fed up. I was like, didn't want to be in the matrix anymore. I had to do better. I had broken up with the mother of my offsprings 2 times. Okay. The first mother of my first son, the second mother of my second son. I just felt like I was just continuing to fail. What I was going to get with another woman and have another offspring and that fail again? No, it was not happening. It was not happening. By that time, I had technically lost 2 houses. I was like, this is not going to be my life. This is not going to be my story of constantly trying to build something and then failing. It was not, I was determined that was not going to be my story. Okay. What did I have to do? I had to click. Something had to click. I had to finally say no. When you finally say no, that's enough. No more abuse. No more this. No more that. The universe instantly ended. Instantly. Instantly end the abuse. Instantly end the poverty. Instantly end the whatever you don't want in your life. The universe will end it. Don't you notice that? When you say no more, there's no more. And it's the same thing when you say, give me this. It's like you laying up there horny as hell. Horny as hell. If you don't get this nut off of you, boy, you about to have a bad day, bad night. You can't sleep. You can't even take another breath. What you do? Masturbate. Call somebody up to fuck that you don't even want to fuck. You don't even want to fuck. You don't even want to deal with. You don't even want to deal with your baby mama, your baby daddy, your ex-husband, ex-wife, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, booty call individual. You don't even want to deal with them. But you gotta get that nut. You have to put yourself in the same mindset of wanting to get that nut. That's the mindset you have to have for wanting to buy that land, for wanting to have success, for wanting to have peace, for wanting to have a home paid off, land paid off. You have to have that same mindset of, I got to get this nut. I have to end this abuse. Something in your mind has to click that this is it. Enough is enough. I got to get my ass up and go find me some pussy somewhere, some dick somewhere, something. Even if I got to go buy it. Hold on 1 minute. Yeah. Everything is mindset, people. A lot of people calling me, they're doubting. They're like, yeah, I want to do this. I'm going to get with you when I get the money. You have the money. You have the money. You are the money. You are the money. Okay? You are the money. If I tell you right now, I could find you this $250 million house and all you need is $20. Y'all will find not even 20, $50. Y'all will find $50 so goddamn fast it'll make your head spin. If I tell y'all I could supply you with weed for the rest of your life for free, it's only going to cost you a one-time payment of $50. Let's say a one-time payment of $250. Y'all will find them $250 so goddamn fast, even if you got to go sell your ass. You'll find that money so fast and make your fucking head spin. The problem is you don't want it bad enough. When you want something bad enough, you will go after it. You will get it. You don't want it bad enough. But y'all would kill yourself to pay that rent. You want to pay that rent so bad. You want to pay that rent so badly. You want to pay that car note so badly. You want to buy that Louis, Gucci, Versace. You want to buy that expensive dinner. You want to buy that pussy, that dick so badly. You want to buy everything that is not serving you so badly. And the things that will serve you, you not even paying no attention to it. It's crazy. Y'all are sick. Don't you see most of the world is sick? 90% of the people on the planet, 99% of the people on the planet catering to 1%. That's crazy. That's crazy how one individual, one family could have trillions of dollars and another individual don't even have one morsel of food to eat. There should be no poverty on this planet, no dirty water on this planet. It's insane that people live in neighborhoods and communities riddled with crime, prostitution, drugs, alcohol, families breaking up for drugs, alcohol, abuse. It ought to not be on this planet, in this universe, anywhere. It ought to not be. But evil triumphs when good people sit back and do nothing. That's the definition of evil. The real definition of evil is when good men, good women sit back and do nothing. Just goes roll the blunt, just go roll the blunt, drink the alcohol, get up and go to work, slave all fucking day, complain about the problem, and don't come up with any solutions. It's crazy to me that people do not see that they are slaves. And the only way to not be a slave is to have your own land and cultivate your own land and grow your own food and don't pay for food anymore. It's crazy to me we even pay for food. Every time I take money and I buy food, I'm like, this is fucking insane. This is insanity. This is the definition of insanity. Is everybody's buying food out of the grocery store when you can grow your own food at home. Annette Larkin, my mom neighbor, she's famous for changing her diet to a plant-based diet, and all her food comes from her garden, what she grows in her backyard, all her food. If it don't grow in her backyard, she don't eat it. She does not have a grocery bill. Her only grocery bill is for everybody else in the house, which is her husband. She does not have a grocery bill. That's insanity to me that everybody else have a grocery bill. People spend $1,000 a month on grocery, and guess what you're buying? Poison, lemonade, oxtail, um, everything in a box or a can, in plastic. It's insanity what we're doing, people. You're paying to poison your body. It's fucking insanity. Everybody ought to be on their own homestead. Everybody ought to be trading with each other goods and services. Okay? It's fucking insanity right now out here. A woman will suck your dick. A man will eat your pussy and don't even know your last name, your first name, but just shared their most precious resource with you, your health, your body. You will eat a man dick, eat a woman pussy, risk catching a STD, risk getting pregnant, having a baby with some woman you don't even care nothing about. You will risk that and not even know this individual's name. You don't even know their name, but you would not risk $250 because, oh, I don't know you. I don't know your name. I don't know you. You want me to send you $50? You want me to send you $250? I don't know you. If you don't get the fuck out of here with that. Did you know that bitch name, phone number, address, mother, father, sister, brother, before you stuck your raw dick in her, your raw mouth in her? And how many times you did that? But you want my name, my address, my everything for you to send me $50? If you don't get the fuck out of here with that, okay? Number one, you're being a skeptic. You're being a skeptic. So your energy right there, your negative energy right there is not going to allow you to manifest any land, period. I could never find land for you. You could never find land for yourself. I have to turn down people based on their energy. I tell them, I say, look, you're being a skeptic right now. You're being a skeptic. So by you being a skeptic and you already starting off being negative and doubting that you can find your dream property, this is not going to work for you. It's just not. You're not going to manifest your dream property. You're not going to manifest your dream land because you're already being skeptical. You're already doubting. You're not believing in the process. You're not believing in the process. You're not knowing in the process. Okay? It's kind of like you go out to eat again and you got a million questions for the waiter, and then you're like, I don't even know if your kitchen clean. Let me go back there and see if your kitchen clean, because I don't know what kind of chefs and shit y'all got back there. Any of your chefs back there got tuberculosis? Y'all don't do that. Y'all don't go in the back of the kitchen. People are making the food that goes in your body. You don't go in these kitchens and see, did the waiter bust a nut in your hand on your hamburger, or the waitress spit on your hamburger. You don't go back there and watch them prep your food from beginning to end. You don't do that. And that's something you're putting in your body. You're putting that in your body. I used to be in a restaurant business. I used to be in a food serving business when I was younger. I'm still in the restaurant business, but I used to be a server when I was younger. And I could tell you, waiters and waitresses spit in a lot of food. You nasty ass people that when you go out to eat, you don't know how to treat your waiters and your waitresses. They spit in your food. I'm telling you, they spit in your food and worse shit. Okay? So you think you going out to eat and you having that fucking attitude with your waiter and waitress? Oh, you getting some extra condiments in that drink, in that soda, in that water, in that drink, on that burger, in that food. You getting some extra sauce. Believe me. When you don't know how to conduct yourself at a restaurant, you don't know how to speak to people. You're getting some extras in there. Believe me. Believe me. Talk to any waiter. They'll tell you, oh yeah, it be going down. It be going down. Sometimes they be like, hey, I got one, y'all. And it be like 10 waiters spitting on one plate and mix it all up. The manager ain't around. I done seen it. I done seen it. Then the same asshole come back to the restaurant again. Everybody remember you. Oh, here he come, y'all. We gonna put that extra sauce in there for him, for her. We gonna put that extra sauce in there. Oh, y'all don't bring the plate out there yet. Let me go to the bathroom first. Let me get into that extra, extra, extra. Man, y'all just don't know. But y'all don't question that. Y'all do not question that. Okay? Y'all will put that food in your body. Y'all will go get a prostitute, pay her $40, $50, $60, $100, $1,000, have sex with her, unprotected sex with her or him. Women go down to Jamaica fucking these dudes. They don't even know. Spend all kind of money. And the same woman, hey, I can help you buy land. I can help you do this. I can help you do that. The same man, I can help you buy land. I can help you do this. I can help you do that. Want to critique me, want to dig all up in my life. What's your name? What's your name? What's your real name? I don't want to know your YouTube name. What's your real name? None of your fucking business. We're doing business. You don't need to know nothing about me. Long as I'm delivering to you the service that you desire, that's all you need to know. You don't ask your mechanic what's their name, what's their social security number, what's their bank account information. You don't ask that woman you fucking on a first date all her information. You don't ask none of that shit. Don't ask me for shit, but what service I'm gonna provide for you. Your attitude is starting off wrong. Because you need to have an attitude of gratitude that somebody's even trying to hold your hand and guide you through a very difficult process. You should have nothing but gratitude. Imagine if your favorite YouTuber was to tell you, hey guys, tell you what I'm going to do. The next 5 people to call this number or email this address, I will personally hold your hand and baby you through the whole process of becoming a millionaire, of becoming wealthy, of becoming successful. That's all I'm doing for you guys. I'm documenting my life, my journey on YouTube. A lot of you want to know how I'm doing and how I do it. You have all these questions. Okay, I used to give the information out for free, but people don't have gratitude. So other people told me I need to charge, and the universe concurred. I need to charge. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going to provide you a service that this service can make you millions and millions, unlimited income, unlimited money, unlimited resources based on your belief system, not based on my service to you. It's not based on my belief system for you, because I could believe all I want for you. If you don't believe, if you don't stop the skepticism, if you don't stop the doubt, just like when you fucking that woman, you don't think she got no STD, you're not thinking negative like that. When you fucking that dude, you don't think he got no STD, you not thinking negative like that. Give me the same fucking respect. Believe in me that I'm gonna give you that service. I'ma fuck you real good. You're gonna get a good fucking nut. Believe in me, I'm gonna give you that service. Okay? If you don't call my fucking phone. If you don't believe in me, if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe you're going to get the dream property of your life, okay? Don't call my fucking phone, because this all depends on your belief system. I've dealt with this before. I'm like, dang, I can't find this person no property. Just last week I saw a bunch of them. Now this week I can't find none. Why is that? And I realize it's because of this person's belief system. And they would always tell me, oh, I can't find nothing. I knew I wasn't going to find nothing from day one. How do you do that? I've been looking for properties for a long time. I can't find nothing. I came across your video. You talking about you could find it. And then when I don't find it, I told you you couldn't find it. I told you can't find nothing. Da, 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 da. Then I talked to somebody else. Oh, hey, Dragon, man, I'm so grateful for you, brother. Can you help me find some land, some property? This is my criteria, blah, 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 blah. And then boom, instantly, I find them something. Instantly. Matter of fact, I found this one property for a brother. I was not even looking. I was not even looking. And it popped up on my notifications. Boom. I said, bro, this just popped up a second ago. Go buy it. I already know the seller. Go buy it. He bought it. Loving it. Loving his property. Loving his property. Loving his property. I didn't even try. I wasn't even looking. It came to me and I forwarded it to him. I was just a catalyst. That's all I am, is a catalyst. That's all I am. It really all depends on you and your belief system. Your same belief system you have when you about to fuck that bitch raw, when you about to fuck that dude raw, is the same belief system you need to have when dealing with me. Okay? If you don't believe, don't call my phone. If you have a million questions about my personal life and my personal information, don't call my phone. All I'm providing for you is a service. For $250, I'm going to fuck the shit out of you. I'm going to be your prostitute. You don't need to know my name. Do you ask your prostitutes their name? I don't think you ask your prostitutes their name. Don't fucking ask me my name. My name is Dragon Manifest. That's all the fuck you need to know. That goes to anybody and everybody. Stop being a skeptic. Use your intuition. What God gave you. If your spirit telling you don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me. If your spirit telling you to fuck with me, then fuck with me. Your $250 is not going to make me or break me. I make that in an hour. I make that in an hour. You think I want to be working for you a whole year for $250? This is for you. It's not for me. I have my 24 properties and buying more. You have none. You have zero. You're renting. So this is not for me. This is for you. This goes for anybody and everybody. Okay? Man, I got to show y'all this brother Lead Farmer. Oh my God, this brother has been on it. He been lit. I got a bunch of his videos to share. And he just came off a live. Just go watch this video he just posted. Watch all his videos. Lead Farmer 73. That's his name right there. Lead Farmer 73. Go watch all his videos. Okay? Go watch this brother video, Yusuf L.
Do more with the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. More perfect shot.
Hold on. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Public and private do not mix. They don't ever mix it. Don't you ever mix it. Stay in honor at all costs and do not participate in public plays. You want to stay out of the court, but if you come to court, do not participate in their plays. Do not traverse those charges because it's just a stage play. And I know some of y'all don't believe that because you haven't been deep down in the pit enough and looked behind the curtain of the wizard to see it. But I'm telling you some real stuff. So the show we got today is from research I've conducted all over the internet, and it's stuff that I feel like I can share with you that you can have immediate access to. You ain't got to go out and buy nothing. You ain't got to go to the library. You can get on your computer, pull up YouTube, and watch it for yourself. That's the type of stuff I like to give out to people. Because, you know, a lot of people, they'll be like, you know, well, man, why you give out this information, man? Some people shouldn't have this information, yada, yada, yada. You know, a lot of times when y'all deal with these attorneys, I'm going to tell you, when these attorneys find out that that you know this stuff and you know what you're doing and you're telling people, they're going to say, well, you know, I don't really think that you should be telling people this stuff. You know, not everyone should have this information.
And it's true. The information I'm willing to share with you guys about real estate, a lot of you should not even have the information because you're heathens. You're heathens. You already been renting for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. You don't need to know how to become a millionaire with property, with real estate. You don't need to know. You just need to continue on taking your blue pill and living your rusty, crusty life in the matrix, being a super consumer, being a fucking slave. You don't need to make money while you sleeping and have endless time to spend with your loved ones and to make residual income. You just need to keep working for the rest of your life till your bones break and you can't, your knees, your cartilage in your knees fall out and your back hurt. Most people just need to keep on doing what they're doing. This information is too powerful. It's not for you heathens. It's for gods. And most of you are fucking heathens because of your mindset. Listen to this.
I know I got some attorneys out there listening. That's what they're saying right now. They're just giving out too much information. Everybody shouldn't have that information. You know, and what they're referencing is, you know, we do have some people that should not have this information, i.e. killers, i.e. rapists, child molesters, you know, all the people who, you know, violate, you know, the 7 deadly sins. But those people only make up a very, very small percentage of the crimes that's hanging out there. So I always fire back at them and I say something like this. I say, so, okay, well, it's okay for you to arrest somebody and hold them in jail 8 months, take away 8 months of their life over some bullshit. A victimless crime where they haven't even hurt anyone. Or hold them in jail 2 years. Like the brother Elijah Israel, who they held in jail for 21 months. Somebody stole the house, knowing good and damn well there's not a bank in America that can prove that they own anything. But you just gonna hold a man in jail. So all that shit is okay for you to do. Just run over everybody's rights and treat them like criminals. All that's okay. It's okay for you to form bonds and buy and sell people on the stock market. It's okay for you to kick families out on the street and steal their houses knowing good and goddamn well you haven't loaned out a single dime to anyone. That shit is okay. That's okay. That's okay for you to sit up there on the bench knowing what you're doing and still try to prevent people from accessing their remedies. That's okay. For you to lie, for you to deceive, for you to steal, and for you to kill. Because you rolling up on some people, shooting them and killing them. Just because they want to protect their rights. That's okay. That's what you tell these attorneys and everything when they find out what you know. I had an attorney tell me one time, told me this in private. He said, Joe, he said, man, let me tell you, he said, we can deal with you. He said, it's the angry ones we can't deal with. thought about that too. I thought about it. I said, you know, some people find out this information, they get mad. They start doing some crazy things, blowing up buildings and things of that nature. Doing crazy stuff. And that may be the reason why they give psychiatric examinations as well, because, you know, they may need to make a determination, okay, this individual has access to some very serious information. What type of person are we dealing with here, you know? Because Timothy McVeigh and all those guys, they supposedly had found out all this information. These some patriot guys, and they came in and, you know, they became enemies of the state. Because they was like, hey, we're not having it. This is de facto government. These people don't have any authority. They're running over us. No.
Hardee's takes the time to hand bread their chicken because hand breading gives their chicken the perfect balance of juicy.
That's what's going on behind the scenes a lot of times, and y'all see all this stuff, you know, on these videos. You know, people maybe start shooting somebody over in D.C., and you notice you never get to interview none of these people. They never get to tell their side of the story, what has happened. They just get, you know, the news media just demonizes the individual. A lot of these individuals are finding out some serious information about what's going on behind the scenes on the private side. So today, like I said, what I have lined up for you is a list of the top videos on YouTube that you can watch. Hey, Nefertiti, what's going on? How you doing? See you out there in the chat. Vivian Lee, all my other guests in the chat room, I see you. Yeah, we gonna get it in today. But before I do, let me take a phone call real quick. Have somebody with their hand up. Area code 601-6713. You're on High Frequency Radio. Had a question?
Hey, Yusuf, how are you?
Hey, how you doing? All right?
I'm trying to get into Power Talk. The chat room? Do I go to the Power Talk Express? What is your room name?
Okay, well, no, dude. I'm not on Power Talk. I'm on Blog Talk. I'm on blogtalkradio.com. And then you do /high frequency. Do you have access to my Facebook or, you know,
yes, I'm one of your friends.
Okay, when you go on my Facebook, you'll see the link. All you have to do is just click on the link, and it'll take you right there. And you'll see the chat room and everything on there. You just click log in, and you can log in with your Facebook account, and it'll put you into the chat room.
Okay. Well, I wanted to also thank you for the information that you sent me to my email address.
You're welcome.
One quick question, though. Being that this is new to me and I'm learning each day, you were saying something about to have a business account or business credit. I wanted to start off with something like selling like jewelry and lip gloss, you know, like buy it at a wholesale and just have like parties and stuff and invite, because I know a lot of people that actually work at like nurses and stuff like that, and by networking through those people I can have put on a little jewelry show or whatever. So can I start it off like that, my business account like that, just something small until I learn about this, get all of this information, and then, you know, as I progress.
Maybe you can do whatever you want to do. What you do is, when you set up all of your stuff, yes, whatever you want to do, you can do it. You just need to get your infrastructure set up properly. You gotta understand, everybody out there, everything in the public side operates through corporations. Everything does. So that's why you might as well just get a corporation. Everybody out there should have a corporation. All the wealthy people I used to have as clients, one thing I noticed about all of them, they didn't just have one corporation. I go and talk to these people, they have 15, 20, corporations that they got. I mean, and they don't have they're not brick and mortar, meaning they don't have, a physical address that you can go to. Now, but you should have a corporation. You should have an EIN number, and you should have a Duns and Bradstreet number. You should start off with those things, those basic things. And once you get that, yes, you can open your bank account in your business name. And you should get you a business line. And if you really want to get fired with it, you can do something like get you a virtual office. And get your virtual office, it costs about $150 a month, but you can go to these office buildings. They all have them. And that'll give you access to mail at the office. It'll let you use the conference room and whatever other amenities that they have to offer to their participants. But you definitely want to do something like that, because when you start to establish business credit, for a new business, what they are looking for is they are looking for you to at least have a business line. And as I told y'all on another call, you can call AT&T or one of the other carriers and get what's called a business forwarding line, where you can get actually another phone number, a business number, and have it routed, directed to your cell phone.
Okay.
Very, very inexpensive, but what it'll allow you to do, it'll put you in 411. Now, there used to be a website where you could just put your cell phone into 411, and that's very inexpensive. And you just sign up there, and they'll put your.
There are many sides to you. There's the one that loves to escape into new worlds.
The one who wants
cell phone number and information. That's something else that you may want to consider. I'll have to look up their website. I don't remember right offhand. But Vivian, I'm going to look for it. I'm going to check my Facebook. I'll look for it there. But that's going to, that's how you want to start off. And now, the book I sent you gives you a list of all of the businesses. Now, that information may be a little dated. That's why I gave everybody the creditboards.com. Because at that particular website, it's just everybody's in there is giving information, telling, hey, you can apply here. It's everybody all over the place is just giving the information on how you can stay abreast. Matter of fact, they had a while back, they had the actual instructions in one of the rooms that tells you how to establish your business credit. It came off of that particular site. Everything in that book was coming off that particular site right there. That's where that person who wrote that book got it. They just took everything off that site and put a book together and gave it out to everyone. But the whole key to the whole thing is finding out what businesses offer business credit to new businesses. And they're not going to give you a lot of money. But some people were getting like $10,000 from Dell Computer, back in the day. This is not recently. The Home Depot, the goal is to get you 5 so you can establish what, a paydex score. Now, if you've already been doing business and you have some business accounts open, you can utilize that also. Dun & Bradstreet will try to sell you some things. You do not have to buy anything from them. They'll come in and say, hey, $500, we'll do this for you or do that for you. You can build business credit on your own. You do not need Dun & Bradstreet to assist you in building business credit. But what I would definitely advise everyone to do is to look at business credit, because everything on the public operates through a business. Even when you think it doesn't, it is. Because your straw man, your franchisee, that all capital letters name is a corporation. That's why it looks so ridiculous when you watch like a video like Freedom to Fascism from Aaron Russo, where everybody's on there saying, well, we can't find a law that says that you have to pay income taxes. Well, there's no law to pay income taxes. They don't tax private individuals. They tax corporations.
Right.
They tax business entities. And that is what they're doing. They're just not letting you know that. And it would be just ridiculous to argue with them about that, because there is no money. This is another thing. See, this is the type of stuff that misleads people and sends people down rabbit trails, because when you watch these videos, they are very well put together, very well researched, but they're all point and moot. And that's why they keep losing in court, because these people don't understand how to conduct their commercial affairs. Everyone out here has the ability to create money. You have the ability to create money. Every time you sign something, you're creating a negotiable instrument. You are being viewed as a merchant because you use Federal Reserve notes to discharge your debt instead of creating your own negotiable instruments and creating your own bank accounts. Instead of going to the Treasury Department directly, you keep going to these intermediaries, i.e. Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and you're allowing them to do things for you because you can't do it for yourself. And they're asking to be paid for that. That's what service charges are all about, and interest, and all these different things. You're paying for your convenience and also for your laziness. So that would definitely be where you want to start. Getting a business is very simple. All you need to do is decide what you want to call yourself. You can use your name as a business. You know, I can say Yusuf LLC. Attorneys do that. A lot of attorneys incorporate their name. And then you can get, and you do a check with the county, make sure that there's no one else that has that name. They do a name search. And then you get your EIN number from the IRS, and then go open you a bank account. That'd be the first thing I would do.
Yeah,
take it in there.
That email that you sent me on the 17th, the one about learn how to successfully build business credit, is very informative.
Yeah, and that's where that a lot of the information in that book came out of creditboards.com. That's why I gave people that particular website. But it is a very, very informative book, and somebody actually gave that to me a couple of years back, and so I've held on to it for quite some time. But that is some good information for people out there to you need to start thinking about, because people are not thinking properly. See, we like to think we need to own stuff. I got it in my name, not knowing that having something in your name is the bottom of the barrel. You don't want to have nothing in your name. Owning things means liability. When the police pull up behind you and run your license plate, that need to say so-and-so and so-and-so trust, or so-and-so and so corporation, or something like that. That's what needs to come up on their screen when they pull you up, when they try to pull you over. Not your name.
So you want to know where to invest $1,000 right now? Well, forget about stocks, real estate, or cryptocurrency. There is
preferably it needs to be in some type of trust. That's what you want to have. But you can have corporations and all.
Same thing with your property. When somebody pull up your property information, it does not need to be in your name. It needs to be in a trust. They need to see 123 Main Street Trust, 585 Elephant Street Trust. Whatever fucking name you want to put, Blue Ribbon Bow Ties Trust. They do not need to see your personal name. Okay?
All these different things too, and you can arrange your affairs. I'm not going to tell everybody how to arrange their corporations and things of that nature, but these are things that you can do. There are also some things called shelf corporations. Now you have what's called a shelf corporation, and you have what's called a shell corporation. A shelf corporation is a corporation that you can buy that's already in existence. A lot of people like to buy Nevada Corporation, because these corporations can run you anywhere from $5,000 up to $100,000. A lot of times they've already been set up by attorneys. They already have their EIN numbers, their Dun & Bradstreet numbers, their Paydex scores. Everything's already been set up for you. But that's something that people may want to consider also, because Nevada and Delaware are the best places to incorporate in the United States if you're going to do it domestically.
Nevada and Delaware, and also recently added Wyoming. The best places to incorporate, because you do not have to show your name as a registered agent. Once you incorporate, it's just showing the corporation. It's not showing your name. You want to get to the point where nothing is in your name. Everything is in your business name or your trust.
But you definitely want to research shelf corporations. You can Google that, and you'll see what I'm talking about. There's a lot of people out there selling shelf corporations for particular purposes, for business purposes. But definitely you also want to put together your business plan, put your ideas on paper, decide what it is that you want to do, and then go do it. I mean, do whatever you want to do. But I tell you this, think big, you know. Think big. Think how you can help your fellow man. You know, we, and especially in the black community, everybody thinks about, you know, putting together beauty salons, barber shops, car washes, you know, all those typical things there. Try to think outside of the box and think a little bigger. It's kind of like in the movie industry. Every time we do a movie, you know, it always has to be some type of movie that we do about relationships. And then, you know, why don't somebody come out and think about doing a sci-fi movie?
Exactly.
Or, you know, something, or some type of historical.
Exactly. Most of these black movies is typical. It's about some gay shit, some black people selling drugs, some ghetto shit. We got to come out with Wi-Fi movies, and then if they put us in their movies, it's a fucking slave movie, 12 Years a Slave, all kind of dumb shit.
Movie showing the Egyptians, and you know why everything got to be, you know, we ain't doing picnics and family get-togethers and comedies and everything. You know, we always seem to be in some type of box where, you know, black people is what I'm talking about. Well, and in some type of box where we're just gonna be doing these particular things, where we're restrained to these things. So think outside the box. You'd be surprised at some of the ideas that people are getting wealthy on. I'm talking about billionaires. Simple ideas that people are getting very rich on. Not nothing too complex. So if you're going to do something, think about how you're going to do it on a big scale, you know. And that's what I'm going to talk about also later on in the show, is how we can all get together and create an income stream. Because, you know, we got to start channeling the money through our hands. People are not channeling the money through. That's why the top entity that you can utilize to operate business in is a trust. But people don't understand that the name is little. It's called a trust because you need to motherfucking trust somebody.
Oh, who keeps calling my phone, bro?
Hey, you alright?
Bro, don't talk to me. No, it doesn't look like I'm alright.
You got to do that. But okay, sister. Yes, you can do all of those. Hopefully, did I answer your question?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And so now I'm trying to log on to the chat room.
Did you find you did find it though?
No, actually, I'm still trying to look it up. I'm at work too, so.
Oh, okay. Well, go on my Facebook page and just click on the link. You'll see it right there because I posted it on my Facebook page. It's my latest post.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome, sister. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
So yeah, hopefully everybody out there kind of, you know, could jive with that a little bit, what I just said. But let's get into these videos real quick. Let's get into these videos. Now, the number one video that I'm going to start with is the video that I started with. This is the video that, you know, I was introduced to first. You know, because like when somebody first came to me, they were trying to teach me this stuff. You know, I was kind of like, you know, they say, man, ain't no money. And I'm like, you know, man, they tell me ain't no money, man. What are you talking about? So, you know, everything was foreign to me. You know, the terminology was foreign. You know, the dudes are talking about, you know, but, you know, I'm watching them and they saying all this stuff. I'm like, okay, well, these cats, you know, they know what they're talking about because I see what they're doing. So, you know, everything looks foreign, but whatever it is they know, it's working. It's working. So that was very interesting to me. And the first video that they gave me to watch was this video called The Occult World of Commerce with Jordan Maxwell. Jordan Maxwell is actually on this particular video. Some of you may or may not be familiar with Jordan Maxwell. I like Jordan. Things he talks about, he's real good. He came out with this video a while back. I think it came out in, I don't know. I think I was introduced to it like in 2005. So, it came out before then, because there's a lot of guys been knowing about this information for 30 years. But I'm going to put a link up in the chat room for it. It's called The Occult World of Commerce. In this particular video, they go into a step-by-step of how all this stuff jumped off, how the court system is set up, how it's like an overlay over a commercial world. And very, very interesting video that people should check out. And why? It's called The Occult World of Commerce. Good primer for all of those out there who want to get into this stuff. Now, another video that is very, very good, that teaches you some courtroom procedure. Now, this video right here, a lot of people would look over because it's a cartoon. It's a cartoon, and people are not going to pay any attention. And it's called Dorothy Gale. Now, if you notice her name is Dorothy Gale, let me break down her name. Dorothy was in The Wizard of Oz. And of course, a gale is what came and took her away. Well, anyway, it's a video that you can see. Now, he took a lot of her videos off the internet. That is what is so powerful about these particular videos, because there's one video on there in particular that was showing people how to deal with the IRS. They had IRS issues. In these particular videos, she talks how to deal with the courts, how to respond, different things like that. Very, very, very good video. Very, very good video. It's on point. Very good video to watch. All of her videos. They've taken a lot of them off the internet. You should watch them closely. Dorothy Gale. Put up a link. I just put up a link in the chat room. Another video that I always teach off of. Okay, hold on. Somebody got their hand up. 302-8525. You got a question on high frequency radio. Hello? Yes, this is you on high frequency radio.
Oh, peace, brother. Man, I must have made a mistake and hit that, John. Right now, I can't even talk. My bad. I got hit by mistake this time.
Okay, that's okay. All right, number 8 video. I'm sorry, number 3, not 8. Because we did Occult World of Commerce, Dorothy Gale, Moors in Court. And a lot of people may be familiar with the Moors in Court video. But I love the Moors in Court video because the Moors in Court video, I think is very good because it shows these brothers in court going at it with a judge, challenging jurisdiction. They're challenging jurisdiction. And it's a whole series of videos that these brothers were able to obtain. I guess they got it from the court or whatever. But what's real good about the video is I use these videos to teach because they do a lot of things right, but in my opinion, they do a lot of things wrong too.
The Greenworks 60-volt, 42-inch crossover zero-turn mower provides power equivalent to a 24-horsepower gas engine and boasts the industry's fastest cutting speed of 8 miles per hour, featuring an intelligent power cutting system that detects the toughest cutting conditions and adjusts the power to the blades accordingly. You'll get run times that allow you to cut up to 2.5 acres, and the dual-port turbochargers will have all batteries fully charged in 90 minutes or less. That's life, powered by Greenworks.
So I'm putting that up. But it's a real good because we got the people talk about the nationality and the challenging of the jurisdiction and things of that nature. And you can see these brothers do a very good job in challenging jurisdiction. I like to use it because it demonstrates how not to be afraid in court, how you can speak. But it also shows a lot of things in there of how the judge will trick you that they weren't catching. Like these brothers, a lot of time they're getting into a dialogue with the judge where they're actually answering questions, or the judge will make a statement, well, I'm going to go ahead and proceed anyway, and I thank you for your consideration. And then the brothers don't say anything. You know, like every time a judge is saying anything, you're supposed to be responding to it, because judges are very, very shrewd. Anytime, they're not saying, every time they speak, there's a reason for it. And you should be on the alert, even if it seems innocent. Especially the questions that come across innocent, the innocent questions. You really need to be watching out for that. But the Moors in Court is a very good, I use that and I teach that series of videos in class all the time, because I do like the brothers. I'm not putting the brothers down, because they research, they speak well, their attitude is proper, they're gentlemen, they're dressed properly, they are standing on their square. They are standing on their square. And I believe this case went on for quite some time, like over a year and some. How it went on, these brothers had, but they were presenting a lot of arguments to the court. What was interesting also in here, when it started off, the judge was asking them, do they work? And at first the brother said, well, I didn't come here to answer any questions, but then he turns around and started answering questions. So it's a very, very, very good video to watch. And so you can see, the jurisdictional arguments and the status arguments and how they are brought into court, and someone who's dealing with those particular things. Have you watched that video, Paul?
The Moors in Court? Yeah. My position is equal with yours. A lot of good things and a lot of not so good things.
Not good thing, yeah. It was. But I like it. I think it's a video that people should watch. It got a lot of hits, but it's good just to show people, because a lot of people be shocked just to find that somebody will stand up and try to talk for themselves like that in court.
Well, this one that you had here is a good one.
Yeah. It's that is a very good one, and those brothers, like I said, they were challenging, saying, it's not, they know the jurisdiction of the court, they understand, they had a lot of case law, a lot of history they knew.
The one I think is the best one is his co-defendant.
Yeah, both of them I like both of them. I think they both had their,
if I acted like him, I'd be locked up. I'm surprised they didn't lock him back up. But the other brother's his presence was more noble and more honorable.
It was. I understand what you're saying, but I do think there are times where you got to get firm with these judges, because it was like you said, well, the judge has appointed this, and brother told like this, that he don't have the authority to appoint me a judge, and neither do you. And he's right. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll be making statements like that, but he should have probably phrased it in a different way. Well, I will conditionally accept the honorable judge's contention that he appointed counsel for me upon proof of claim that I don't have a Sixth Amendment protected natural right of self-representation in these proceedings. I've had judges do that to me. Well, you have an attorney, Mr. John. Well, I said, well, my attorney's fired. Well, yeah, you can't. I said, man, I got a Sixth Amendment right of self. Okay. I'm saying, Mr. Johnson, whatever you say. Damn right. What you talking about? Don't make me have an attorney, you know. They like you to have an attorney. They don't want you talking. They need you to be on a dog chain.
Yeah, now see, here is the part that we got to make sure everybody understands. Your experience and expertise in the handling of the room, the courtroom, is how we are coming privileged to this information and knowledge because of your experience that you've gone through in handling the courtroom. But we must instruct that this is not what we want you trying to do.
Yeah, you know, because I'm going to tell you the truth. A lot of times when I'm talking to judges like that, I've been going back and forth with them for a while. I've been coming to court 10 times and, you know, and stuff like that. You know, we've been going. So we kind of got a relationship. You know, I done kind of formed a relationship with the judge about this. That we.
Where'd you go? All right, my brother has gone away somewhere. So we're going to carry on till he pop back up. Yeah, it's very important to everybody out there to understand that his experience is our benefit. And perhaps you will be in a position where you will have to defend yourself. And in such case, then you can utilize this experience. But the ultimate aim is to prevent yourself from being in that environment. There's no reason. He who fights best fights not at all. You don't want to have to involve yourself because all they're trying to do once you get to that venue is trick you. That is the number one thing they're trying to do is trick you.
Anyone can wear the mask, but how you wear it, that's what matters.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is unlike anything you will see in a movie theater this year. Visually incredible, extraordinary, the ultimate Spider-Man movie in every way. It will take your breath away.
Miles, just don't get lost.
Trust me.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse in theaters June 2nd. Tickets on sale now. Rated PG.
What happens when the prostate enlarges and the urine channel gets tight? If you have an enlarged prostate, do this 15-second Japanese morning ritual to shrink it almost immediately. If you've been suffering from frequent urges to pee, a weak urine flow, or reduced drive in the bedroom for more than 3 months, then pay close attention. It means that your prostate is so swollen that if left untreated, this could lead to a sudden blockage of your urethra, which will make passing urine completely impossible. Harvard scientists have recently discovered a way to have a fully functional prostate until well over your 90s. Their studies show that a swollen prostate is a completely reversible condition. It has nothing to do with genetics or age, but with a mineral buildup coating the wall of the bladder, which over time spreads into the prostate gland, resulting in the humiliating growth cycle that affects so many men. More than 275,000 ordinary men have naturally reduced the size of their prostate and restored their vibrant health, confidence, and manhood by following this newly discovered prostate shrinking ritual for 15 seconds every morning. It does not involve any medications or risky and expensive procedures, and you can do it safely from the comfort of your home starting today. And the best part, sleep like a baby, pee like a teenager, and have sex like a man within a few short weeks from today. There is no doubt the $390 billion prostate care industry does not want you to watch this video and discover this remarkable solution for prostate health. So tap the Watch Now button below to watch a free exclusive video where we reveal how you can permanently reverse the one true cause of all your prostate issues and reclaim the prostate of a 20-year-old. Watch it now before it's taken down.
You there, my brother?
Yeah, this is how I do.
Hello, Hadoob. How you? This is Savage L. What can I do for you today?
Yes, how you doing? I'm calling about a disconnected.
He's back.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
back.
brothers. Go ahead and pose. We got a question online for you.
All right, what was the question?
Yes, greetings. This is Hadu.
Hey, greetings, bro. How you doing?
Pretty good. And blessings to you. I really love brothers like you, and that's all I look for, brothers like you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
To bring up our nationality and our culture. I have a small claims, and I really know how to ask the question, but the LLC that I sued in small claims dissolved their LLC in the middle of my lawsuit because they knew they were going to lose. So me not knowing the procedures and all that, I did win a default judgment, and I proceeded to collect it and do the interrogatories, and I did it under the LLC instead of the owner because I didn't know who the owner of the LLC was at the time. So my question is now, since I done proceeded on with doing an interrogatory with the LLC, can I change it in the middle of it and start and doing an interrogatory to the owner since I found out who the owner was?
I mean, well, the owner is not, you didn't bring, it depends on who you brought the claim against, because if the claim is not, the owner should have been brought in under the caption of the pleading in the complaint. Like you versus such and such LLC, as well as, and the owners, you make it clear in your complaint who you are bringing the claim against. So you can always amend the complaint, but usually you have to do that at the beginning of the proceeding before you receive an answer from the opposing party. So I probably would suggest that you start all over. But how I would start it is that I would start out by writing that particular individual a letter. And let me tell you what, and let me explain what I'm talking about, because a lot of people just like to go and just file lawsuits without having first completed an administrative process.
Everybody wants a new, different, better world. Here's to the people who do what it takes to build it and keep it running. The people who understand that no matter what the question, the obstacle, or the challenge, there's only one answer. Let's do the work.
So I would just write, I'd find out who the individual is that you want to bring the lawsuit against. And what I would do is I would contact him and demand payment for whatever it is that you're demanding payment for. And I'd tell him the reasons why in it, because what you're doing is really called a true bill. And I'd send it to him certified mail with an affidavit of mailing from a notary, and I'd give him 10 days to respond. I'd say, okay, my name is, it'd be a letter form, because letters are contracts. People need to know that.
Right.
And you send this to him, you say, hey, look, on such and such and such a day, you injured me in this way. I am demanding compensation for these particular damages. If you find something wrong in what I'm saying, I'm giving you 10 days to respond with an affidavit, because you're going to have an affidavit that you're going to send him too. Because you have to have an affidavit supporting your bill and listing everything that happened. You're giving a detailed thing like what happened. It's just like if you were going to put it in a complaint and give it to a judge. And then you're going to give him 10 days to respond. The 10 days comes from 3 days mailing, 3 days for him to decide what he's going to do after he gets it, 3 more days return mailing, and 1 day for Sunday. And you're going to send this with an affidavit of mailing or some type of notarial document for the mailing purposes, to have evidence that you mailed it to him. And you're going to send a certified mail, not put restricted endorsement on it. Only he can get it. Now, after he does not return that in 10 days, I'm going to send him another letter and a notice of default and opportunity to cure. And then I'm going to get a certificate of non-response from a notary, not a protest, because you're not doing a negotiable instrument. Just do a certificate of non-response. Now, you're in Georgia. They actually got a code in Georgia for your notaries. And it is, and I'll give it to you in just a minute, it's under the evidence code in Rule 24. Under Title 24.
Okay.
And you should use that and file that notice with your complaint. And what you would do is you would do a bill in equity. I wouldn't try to do no complaint or anything. I would do a bill in equity. It's an equitable proceeding because you have tried to resolve the dispute privately. You now have evidence, prima facie evidence, that's automatically admissible in court. You have a certificate from a notary that can only be controverted by a jury trial. Now, how did I find out that a notary certificate can only be controverted by a jury trial? Because I took my ass to the local law library and got me an American jurisprudence and looked it up. And got the citations that go along with it. A judge don't have no authority in a bench trial proceeding to overturn an affidavit, a certificate from a notary.
Right.
So once you have that in place, now you have your exhibits. You have Exhibit A, your first letter or your first correspondence, where you attempted to resolve the issue, listing all of the issues and presented it to whoever it is that you're seeking to sue. Exhibit B, your notice of default and opportunity to cure, where you've contacted him again and you let him know you sent him copies of everything you sent him the first time, and now you're giving him an opportunity. You're saying, look, I haven't heard from you, and he's not to respond back to you, he's to respond back to that notary. You put the notary's address on everything. Your notary is your bridge. The notary is the witness.
Right.
Okay, he don't respond back to that. And then your third exhibit is your certificate. You come into court, what is your remedy? Your remedy is res judicata. Everybody should write that down. It's called res judicata. And it's R-E-S and judicata, J-U-D-C-A-T-A. That's your remedy, res judicata. I put it in the chat room. Res judicata means a thing already adjudicated. You're not looking for a judgment from the judge. You're looking for the judge to issue an order because the notary has already given your judgment.
Okay.
These are administrative Article I courts. These are not courts of law. This is where all y'all screwing up out there. Trying to protect your homes, trying to do all these cases and everything because the attorneys are doing administrative processes against you. They're giving you notices and everything. You're not doing the same thing back. That's how you have to do it. You ever pay attention that when you go to court, first thing they do, like split into divorce or foreclosure, they always say, hey, can y'all go out in the hall and see if y'all can resolve this first?
Right.
There needs to be some type of attempt to privately resolve the matter first before you bring it into this court.
Let me say this also. I brought the owner in and one of the employees in as I had them subpoenas as defendants or I'm not sure whether it's defendant or witness, but I know I had them subpoenas. So
Core Power, a delicious way to rise to a whole new level of recovery.
So that's bringing them into the case. So
they witnesses against the corporation, but you said the corporation is dissolved or the corporation is, you started saying, from what I was hearing, it sounded like you wanted to sue them in their personal capacity. Because you got a personal capacity, you got and then you got their corporation. Because see, they are protected behind the corporate veil. They shielded by the corporation and absolved of all personal liability. That's why you have corporations. So Once you get this judgment, now you can sell a judgment, irregardless if you cannot collect from them. You can do some things with judgments. But what happened when you subpoenaed them? Did they come in and testify? Did you,
No, nobody never showed up.
So you got a default judgment then?
Right. So I just went yesterday and had the second part 2 of the interrogatories to summon in, to bring them into court now. So now I'm bringing in the owner, and not the LLC. Cause I found out who the owner was.
Right.
So
interrogatories, you're basically asking him questions you want him to answer, and has he supplied an answer to those interrogatories?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, see, I never brought it in. I never sent them a letter for interrogatories. Now I'm just bringing them into court for interrogatories. I sent the letter out the first time to the LLC, not the owner.
Right.
So I went back to the clerk yesterday, and she told me to go ahead with step 2 and send it out to the owner this time, and bring him into court this time.
Let me see, they always talking about us giving legal advice, clerk in there giving legal advice.
Well, really, I was asking for their legal advice because, and I was telling them at the same time, I was telling the clerk at the same time, well, if I'm going to proceed and bring him into court under the second part of the interrogatory, I know the first thing he's going to do is claim lack of due process. Because I didn't serve him with the first interrogatory. I served it to the LLC.
Well, he can do that. He can demur or abate whatever it is you're doing. That's what he's supposed to do. I mean, he's not, it's not incumbent upon the opposing party to introduce exculpatory evidence in your favor. You're in an adversarial proceeding, so, they're going to do everything they can not to be,
Right. I'm just saying I know that's probably what he would do, his strategy, but what I want to do is make sure that he ain't got no strategy. I want to do it right the first time. So
then that's why you need to have evidence and you need to have affidavits. And then you need to ask what you're asking for. And if they don't reply properly, then move for summary judgment. You need to have some affidavits on your side. Where are your affidavits? Do you have any affidavits filed? Do you have any affidavits filed?
Yeah, I have affidavits filed with my house.
No, I'm talking about in your case.
No.
Okay, then you don't have any sworn testimony. I mean, I can see probably failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted because you don't have any sworn. When you bring a claim, you have to have an affidavit to support that claim. You always have an affidavit. People out there, they try to imitate these attorneys and everything, file motions, complaints, and all of this type of stuff right here. You got to have an affidavit. When they foreclose on somebody, they have an affidavit. You have an affidavit in support of whatever it is that you're filing. And they have to respond to that affidavit point by point, not interrogatories. An interrogatory is like something that an attorney would put in. I give them an affidavit. Here's my affidavit stating my claim. This is what I say you've done. Now, the rules of commerce, you got to rebut this affidavit point by point with an affidavit of your own. And if you don't respond to this affidavit, then, okay, I'm moving for summary judgment. Because that affidavit becomes the truth and the judgment in the matter.
Right. Well, let me tell you some heat that I want to put on him to force him to just go on and settle out of court. I found out some dirt on him, for him dissolving the LLC in the middle of the lawsuit because he signed a letter or an application to dissolve the corporation. He just signed it with the Secretary of State. I looked it up online, and he said that he didn't have no pending lawsuits against him at the time he dissolved the organization.
Okay, then you need to bring that into evidence. I think you can find in Article 9 where it talks about secure transactions, where it gets into that discussion. I don't remember it right off the top of my head, but it talks about trying to conceal assets from creditors and so forth. And you need to be able to produce that evidence because you're making a claim, an allegation right now. Are you able to support that? And are you able to bring in, like for instance, if you got that, you need some certified documents, and then you need to subpoena whoever it is at the Secretary of State or wherever it is that these documents were filed, and bring them into court and testify. Let me tell you, anytime you're in a court proceeding, you need two witnesses. And that comes out of the Bible.
Right. Yeah. I've heard that too. But this is there's two different separate cases because you got a case of civil, and then you got a case of criminal. And the clerks will tell me you can't bring that. Now that's a whole separate case. The criminal part of him dissolving the LLC in the middle of a law.
It's criminal. I don't see how that's criminal. I mean, first of all, everything's civil. Everything is civil because everything is commercial. You're in a commercial court. You're in an Article I legislative tribunal. All right. Now, if you're gonna bring up the criminal codes, which will be Title 16 and Title 17, you need to go get the district attorney in there to bring that claim.
Yeah.
And they're in Georgia. So, I mean, it's all civil. It's all civil. What you're looking for is damages. This is why I talk about people need to go and study admiralty. When you go and study admiralty, you're going to see that even and then if you did a crime, it was all about a debt collection. And that's what it is today. They just hiding it and giving people this throw off and making you think it's one thing when it's really not. So, with that right there, you need to have your evidence together. That's all I'm saying. Have you put your ducks in a row. You need to have already demonstrated that you have attempted to resolve the matter privately with whatever it is that you're doing. You need to contact. That's what they're going to do to you.
Yeah.
They're going to come in with some evidence where they contacted you and tried to resolve this, or they made some type of claim, and y'all need. And most people, they end up trying to ignore stuff, and that's what gets them into trouble. So, and they'll do the same thing to you. So, you just got to have the court is not the courthouse. The court is the paperwork. You hold court on paper.
Right.
And you got what's called half proof and full proof evidence.
And also the court is the live human entity, that's been that's bringing the case to be here.
You're talking about the judge or the administrator?
Well, no, the plaintiff, the live human being.
Right, but the live human being has to have some paperwork.
Yeah, we have the paperwork too, but there's no court without a live human being bringing their paperwork in.
Well, that's true. That's true, but really these courts are not designed for live human beings. They're designed for corporations. Right. Those are not live human beings on the caption of those pleadings, not even when you bring the claim. You bring that claim in the capacity of your straw man. Because you cannot bring a real living person into an Article I court. That's not what it's designed for. It's designed for corporations. It's just that most people don't know that their straw man is a corporation. They think that it is them. And that's why they consider a lot of us dead, because we don't realize what type of court that we are in